let's dive into an often overlooked perspective in the modern dating world: how societal shifts have given rise to a new kind of monster in our romantic lives. We're not talking literal monsters, but a complex set of expectations and behaviors shaped largely by women's evolving roles and choices in dating. Historically, dating roles were clear-cut, but now the rules seem to be constantly rewritten, often in ways that confuse and frustrate many men. Women have gained unprecedented independence and agency, which is fantastic, yet this shift has also upended traditional dating dynamics in unexpected ways. This Frankenstein we're talking about is not a villain, but a byproduct of cultural transformations, a puzzle created unintentionally by women's empowerment. Ironically, the same qualities that make modern women admirable also contribute to a dating environment that can feel hostile or alienating to some men. With rising standards and shifting desires, many men report feeling disoriented and unsure of how to connect authentically. Online dating platforms amplify this effect, highlighting choice, but often fostering indecision, superficiality, and miscommunication. We'll explore how these changes impact both genders emotionally and socially, and why empathy is crucial for understanding this new dating landscape. Rather than blaming either side, it's important to see how we all play a part in this evolving dance, sometimes creating what feels like an unmanageable monster. This video is meant to provoke thought, invite reflection, and spark honest dialogue about the complexities modern dating presents. So, if you're baffled by the current dating scene or curious about what's really behind the Frankenstein metaphor, stay with me. We'll dissect social norms, psychological insights, and cultural narratives that shape how men and women relate today. By understanding these forces, we can better navigate relationships and maybe even heal some of the unintended wounds caused by this societal shift. In the end, the monster is really a mirror reflecting our collective hopes, fears, and contradictions in love and companionship. In today's dating world, something strange has happened. Women say they can't find good men, but the men who might fit that description are disappearing. And on the other side, men say dating feels like a rigged game, an impossible checklist of looks, money, and status. This creature, this impossible man women say they want, is what the red pill community calls the Frankenstein, a monster built from mismatched parts, a little bit of millionaire, a little bit of gym bro, a touch of emotional intelligence, and a sprinkle of bad boy. But the truth is, this man doesn't exist. In this video, we'll explore how women, often without realizing it, have built the Frankenstein of modern dating and why so many are now frustrated with the results. Thanks to dating apps, women can now meet more potential partners than ever before. But here's the paradox. Having more options hasn't made dating easier, it's actually made it harder. The red pill community calls this the illusion of abundance. When women get flooded with attention online, they start to believe the top 10% of men represent all men. Meanwhile, average men almost disappear from view while the so-called high-value men get oversaturated and are endlessly playing the field. The result? Women chase the same small pool of men and then wonder why commitment feels impossible. In today's dating world, the so-called laundry list rules conversations everywhere. Many describe their ideal guy as financially secure, emotionally intelligent, 6 feet tall, ambitious, loyal, and funny, basically a unicorn. This mix of expectations creates what some call the Frankenstein effect, piecing together traits from many men into one perfect image. But the truth is, real people come with trade-offs. Ambition might mean less emotional availability, and sensitivity might not come with a big paycheck. When these truths aren't accepted, disappointment in dating becomes almost unavoidable. One of the oldest ideas in dating is hypergamy, the natural tendency for women to seek partners above them in status or success. Today, with more women than ever achieving financial independence and higher education, this traditional instinct starts to create new challenges. Many still look for men who earn more, show strong leadership, and can offer a steady, reliable lifestyle. But here's the catch. The pool of men who fit this high-status role and are actually available has been shrinking. As a result, women sometimes find themselves competing over a small group of high-status men, making the dating scene more intense than ever. Meanwhile, many men who might be great partners, solid, dependable, but less flashy, often get overlooked. Lately, a lot of people have been talking about how modern women are seen as less feminine than before. Many women today grew up learning to be strong and independent, which is great, but sometimes in dating, it can come off as defensive. Some men say they feel like they're not dating partners anymore, but opponents competing against each other. When every date feels like a negotiation or a power play, it's hard for genuine connection to grow. What used to be about vulnerability, cooperation, and softness seems to have been replaced by ego and fear. Let's talk about accountability, something that's often missing in today's dating conversations. Many women, influenced by social media, sometimes describe their dating struggles as if it's something happening to them, saying things like, "There are no good men left," or "Men are intimidated by strong women." On the other side, the manosphere points out that framing it this way removes personal accountability entirely. When every failed relationship is someone else's fault, growth becomes impossible. Red pill philosophy emphasizes that both men and women need to take ownership of their role in relationships, though this feedback isn't always welcomed. For many women, this kind of critique can feel like misogyny, but sometimes the truth is simply uncomfortable. Maybe the problem isn't that there are no good men, but that women are chasing an unrealistic fantasy instead.